Time is not real, and this changes everything. Nothing is happening. Your brain is lying. The Tao, the crystal, and the illusion of reality. What if time never actually flowed at all? What if nothing is really happening? And everything already exists, all at once. And what you call reality is just a moving slice through something eternal. It sounds abstract, but stay with me, because both modern philosophy and ancient Taoism may be pointing to the same shocking truth. Part 1. The Trap of Thinking in Time. The philosopher Bernardo Kastrup once made a radical claim. Even when we try to understand consciousness, we're already trapped. Because our minds are built to think in space and time. We can't even form a sentence without assuming that things exist somewhere and happen at some moment. So when we describe reality, we're not describing reality itself. We're describing what our minds allow us to see. Part 2. The Crystal of Eternity. Kastrup proposes something extraordinary. Beyond space and time, there is what he calls the Crystal of Eternity. Not a physical object, not extended in space, not moving in time, but a complete structure, a total meaningful whole. Imagine a vast Persian carpet, fully woven, every pattern already there, but you are only allowed to see it through a narrow moving slit. As the slit moves, you think, things are changing, events are unfolding, causes lead to each other. But in reality, nothing is actually changing. You're not watching reality unfold. You're scanning what already is. Part 3. Taoism saw this first. Now listen to this. In the Tao Te Ching it says, "The Tao is eternal and does not act, yet nothing is left undone." This sounds like a paradox until you see it differently. If reality is already complete, like Kastrup's crystal, then there is no need for things to become. Everything already is. This is why Taoism emphasizes stillness, non-forcing, wu-wei. Not because nothing happens, but because at the deepest level, nothing needs to happen. Part 4. Archetypes before the universe. What if the patterns of reality, what Carl Jung called archetypes, exist before the physical universe? Before any human existed, before biology, even before the Big Bang, the structure was already there. Like the laws that define how a diamond forms exist before any diamond appears. Mother, father, conflict, transformation. These aren't inventions of the mind. They're patterns built into reality itself. Taoism would call this the Tao giving rise to the 10,000 things. Not in time, but as an expression of an underlying order. Part 5. Infinite complexity, finite source. Here, Kastrup challenges even Carl Jung. Carl Jung believed archetypes are infinite. But Kastrup suggests something else. What if everything, no matter how complex it looks, comes from just a few simple rules? Like Conway's game of life, simple laws, endless patterns. So the universe may not be infinitely complex at its core. It may be astonishingly simple. Taoism has been saying this for 2,500 years. The Tao gives birth to one. One gives birth to two. Two gives birth to three. Three gives birth to all things. From simplicity comes everything. From what Taoism calls the valley, empty yet inexhaustible, everything arises. Part 6. Where are you in all this? Now here is the real question. If reality is a projection, and time is just a way of scanning it, then where are you in all this? Are you inside the projection? Or are you the field it appears in? Because if your thoughts are also part of the projection, then the you believe in is just another pattern on the carpet. But the awareness that sees the pattern is not moving, not changing, not in time. Ending. Kastrup once suggested, "We are not in the world. The world is in us." Taoism said the same thing differently. The 10,000 things arise, yet the Tao remains still. So maybe the deepest truth is this: nothing is truly coming into being. Nothing is truly passing away. There is only a timeless structure, slowly revealing itself to itself. Before we end, consider this. What Bernardo Kastrup describes as a timeless structure, what Carl Jung calls archetypes, and what the Laozi points to as the Tao, may not be different ideas at all. They may be different ways of describing the same source. A single, underlying field from which all patterns emerge. Taoism gives this source a beautiful name: the valley. Empty, yet inexhaustible. Still, yet giving rise to everything. And from this silent depth, all forms, all identities, all worlds come into being. Final questions. To end this video, I'd like to ask you, if time is just a way of perceiving reality, what would it mean to step outside of it? Have you ever had a moment where everything felt already complete? And if your identity is just a pattern, then who is the one watching it?